I'm kind of curious, your own experience as a veteran, and then blending that with project management. Is there anything as a pure instructor you're able to pull from that might give you a better perspective on being a PM, or that you can share and connect with other people?
Oh my gosh. Almost every single module. There's around 29 modules,
Yep.
20 plus instructors. I mean, every single one within the course itself can directly relate to veterans. The biggest reason why, now I can't speak for all veterans, but I did about 8 years, and I went through multiple companies, squadrons, however you want to call it. And one thing I've noticed, and also when I was a government contractor as well, is project management really isn't there. It is there, but you have to pull all those translations. You have to pull, okay, so instead of making this contact list of a bunch of people's information, because I don't want to spend 5 minutes looking up people's emails anymore. Well, because I made that document, that's a stakeholder register, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so all these things, like, we just never called them that. And we don't, there's a lot of people who do project management and they don't know it. And there's so much, this is why I love Pure, because it gets rid of a lot of that, high overview or high level terminology and verbiage that we may never use, like stakeholder register, for instance, right? But there's so many amazing tools and examples that you go over, and so many other individuals go over, that can easily help out so many veterans right away. You can really get a lot of the practical things that veterans can start using today, tomorrow. And that's why, honestly, I absolutely loved being a part of this, because this has so much, it can contribute to so many people within, for aspiring project managers and veterans.
I think what you're saying too about there are things we all do in our day-to-day lives that are project management, but we don't have the technical term. Yeah, and that for me has been interesting to think back on my experience in projects. Like, I had no formal training. I was just thrown into a project and they said, go figure it out, basically. I was a project management module expert for a computer system, and I knew nothing about either the system or project management. And then over time, I looked back, oh, wait, actually, this part of what we did, that was building our communications plan. Or, oh, hey, talking to this person, that was our work breakdown structure. And that's what I've enjoyed about working with the other, pure instructors and Joseph Phillips is, hey, it doesn't have to be by the book, and I'm pointing over my shoulder at a big bookshelf of the technical books. That knowledge can be interesting and useful, but for me, it's after the fact. What I need in the moment, or what I needed early in my career, wasn't the big musty tome of terms. It was to your point, how to build a contact list. I didn't care what it was called. I had to know who to go reach out to. And that's what I've liked working at with Pure. And I guess to clarify for folks who are just stepping in, this is not just for veterans. I was just really curious to hear about how Josh is blending, his experience with that group and as himself, but also with project management, because these are two things that can really benefit from each other.